dun, 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 dun. The bus behind you soon diary. Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of The Bus Behind the Sun Diary with your host. With your host, sorry. Today I will discuss this topic that has been on me a couple years, more than a couple years that you can might tell, but it's basically therapy. I'm as well wearing, as always, my necklace. So yeah, let's start with the video. So I started therapy since I was 16. But I really can I pay attention like 5 or 6 years. I feel like it's been now because I'm 21. Yes, I turned 21 in 1 of June, which was long ago, like a couple weeks ago. But yeah. And I had a good birthday, I enjoy my time being a little bit alone, kind of this weekend, like last week that I post my episode of like me being sick and like still doing like my podcast and all of that. It really gave me a little bit hope, but like just to be in recover so you can get there. And like for much that I want to say, I clean Monday to Sunday most of the time. I've been learning to take my breaks between like if I'm having family coming over or something, like I adapt to them and like I just clean with them basically because yeah, with that clarify, yeah, I'm getting so much better. I mean, I'm taking care of my mental health, stuff like that. As well with my therapist, I enjoyed my birthday, which was a blessing. And I now on checks, monthly checks. It's not like weekly, it's monthly because she knows what I've been through. And like she actually was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm grateful that you study PTSD because you can also have a little bit of that." And like I explained to her what was the thing that was going on with me. And so I wanted to talk about why I started therapy, why I quit therapy, what I've been getting on that, what I've been getting, like all of that. Basically, just a little bit of background. So yeah. So like I said, it started 6 years ago. That when I reached peak moment and my house and was really toxic and all of that. So I really need to pay attention to what I was because pandemic happened and like at the time I really didn't want to connect. I just wanted to escape honestly for what I was living. Like there always gonna be some fights that I had and like warning for people that are sensitive, but like I always wake up sobbing, ended up sobbing, and like at the middle of the day I will like sleep really late and I will wake up really late and I have anxiety all over because at the time that I had to edit, like I on purpose delayed videos and like I couldn't get there. Actually, I didn't keep track until like I take courage to have all on my hands as a teen and like evolve and like as an adult I act at the time because I was a teen and I took charge with someone in my house that harmed me and caused me SA. Feel shaking. I didn't feel nothing of hope at all and just like luckily this person is just away from me. Not much as I can or like what I want right now, but it is what it is. And so as long as I'm safe and everybody in my house is safe, it's gonna be okay. So from that, the person that actually helped me, that was like this kind of police kind of department, all of that. She told me that I need therapy as well because I really need it. So that's when I start. As long as I was getting into all of the stuff. So I remember that I was numb all the time and like I didn't understand what was like pills, but like I wanted to study pharmacy as well for that reason, because I see many things going on with pills and I didn't understand the purpose. And like, I want to tell you that if you are taking medication, which I take and I quit, you should not quit at all, because you can have thoughts about getting into heaven without like, on purpose, because of flip it up. And like, it's not because pills are bad, it's because pills are getting your mind used to create those hormones, those kind of oxytocin, dopamine, because you can create it consciously. So that's the matter of fact about like taking medication for sleepiness, or like just before bed to sleep well and all of that. So your mind will get into the habit and gradually living the kind of the pill that you can might take. That's what I learned in pharmacy as well, that it really healed me in a deep level as you cannot imagine. But I'm getting heavy. But the past few years, I mean, since I started that, it was really hard for me to still getting on, because I had 14 at that time that I was getting into yes or no, and I have 15 since I get into my first actual like session with therapy. And then I have like 16, 17, 18, 19, 21. And at the time that I had 18, I really didn't go as much as I was, but like I go to a couple of sessions, and but I will get into the timeline. Well, okay, so you will lose track. So I will just tell you a couple of remarkable things that happened to me to make me actually quit. It was the guilt, which you cannot have at all, and like forgiveness. I was not able to forgive what I passed for, because most of people just use me and like they treat me bad because I allow them, which I need to also forgive myself. But are those moments that you can might feel like low or like not good, and like the first session might be feel a little bit like it could be, oh my gosh, what I'm doing. And like you are usually with a psychiatrist and like with a psychologist and with another person that's keeping track of the things, which is two therapists. Usually here in my country, which I live in Peru and all of that, but like at those times I feel a little bit shocked, because I actually was with more people and they were giving me therapy, they were giving me treatment, they just wanted that, and like they helped me to get out this person out of my life that was harming me and causing me a lot of problems, not just mentally, emotionally, physically as well. It was getting on the way, but like at those times I just had hope and I have the courage to get through it as well. But you get used to, first of all, to toxicity, which I had since I had 15. And at the time I was just getting into it, but like I didn't understand what was going on. I just understand that I had PTSD, and I couldn't look at men at all, even though that I had friends that were men. But like when it comes to talking about sexual stuff, it get a little touchy, because I genuinely feel out of place, and I feel a little bit ashamed of that, and like as long as I hit the age of like 16, I gradually start to open up, and like a guy helped me with this, and like not in the sense of hooking up as well, because most of people don't connect to that, but like just in the sense of like he was so smooth and soft that it was not impossible for me to open up, like, and not in the sense of manipulation at all, because we had the same age, and like he was more honest and open, and like at these times I genuinely want to have a fresh beginning. So at those moments I feel, oh my gosh, I open up again and whatever. And then I get into study systems, engineering systems, like coding and stuff like that. So I was getting on the way, all of that, and I was wanting to go again, with those stuffs, but I have some guilt between men, but like I wanted to know myself better, and like at the time that I have 14, 15, and 16, I get into the idea of like what I like women as well, and like I have baggage from SA, but like as well, I have guilt to talk about sexual things with women or men or like know me deeply. But that's what I have a section on PTSD here as well. But just in the sense of like, I still carry that, and you will also carry that. There's gonna be not just up moments where you want to do everything, like, your body as well will tell you I lose weight, I gain weight, and I lose weight, and I gain weight, and I was all over the place. And like at some moment, I just wanted peace, which I find with a girl. I mean, there were girls, not just one girl, like a couple. I don't want to count. They're just girls that were getting into my life that in my teens helped me to maybe forget about what was going on. Just let me just focus on them for a little bit, and just that I felt whole for the first time, and I learned to be okay with that. And the time that I came out, like my family was like, even though people close to me were like, maybe it's because you had that, maybe no, actually it's not. Religiously speaking as well, I need to do peace with that. But at the age of 16, you're completely a little bit lost. But like at the time that I studied was like more a way this person for me more than ever. um I just feel hopeless for life again. I feel I came with this and like everything was going well. But the minute that it started to, I regained that kind of guilt was like the time that I lit a little bit therapy out of me. And I see one of my classmates that also had like a book of like therapy that the psychologist gave it to them, and I was like, okay, yeah, I can start therapy again. And why you have guilt is not because of like why you've been taught, it's also because you are actually feel safe with what you had before. Like it's not familiar for you, feel not in a toxic environment, not like in a place that you feel bad or sad. Like no, it's just that your body and your mind and your soul is happy with the toxicity in that. And like for you to take therapy and like get a new way to live in, to get to be, is not safe, and like it's unknown. So your mind and your body is rejecting that in order for you to get on the way, so I feel scared to live a healthy life, a healthy relationship, a healthy house, a healthy, whatever. And like all the things that I find out, the pressure, the pressure, the kind of things like just keep me on track basically. And the coping mechanisms besides just, talking to people, like getting into houses of people, because I get into the house of a friend constantly, and even though she was toxic again, I mean, she had the environment that I like, so she was a little bit more into habits of overeating and like all of that, but she treated me a little bit well, like more well than my family, but like not as well as I hope. And yeah, pretty much from that, COVID happened, this, and like, what am I, doing? Maybe one day we'll figure it out, but like, I then have that, I need to come back, all of this happened, and I see this person was again at the same city as I was, and I mean, it's still, but like, it's just the fact that I get into lies and all of that, it didn't go well with me. And like, once again, I wanted to take back therapy, going all over, because the therapy that I had was, more, let's say, nature based, because there is also a way of therapy, but like the method that they use is just closing doors, but like avoiding what you had before, it will make you be at peace and ease, because no matter if you have everything that you want there, it's not the same. It wouldn't fulfill you the same way that you get to get in peace with yourself, accepting what you had, not in a level of being superficial, not using that to excuse yourself for your bad behavior, but to understand and give the meaning that you had. And I didn't learn that by the time I was escaping from that. I make peace with that. I then came back again, close to have 18, and I see many people that were there that had their life, have a child, have like a husband, and like Loki, I was getting into the way as well, because at a young age, since I turned 18, there were gonna be some people that were came in, but like I just had that. So then I come back, and when I first started, like 18 or something, I was getting on the way to, getting on through that and whatever. And before I turned of 18, and before I go actually to like the jungle or something, um, I basically met someone, and she was nice, whatever. We had our thing, and like voice calls, things happen. And she blocked me, but like she gave me enough push to like came out to my mom. And it was hard, not because it was like something that I feel ashamed a little bit, not only, but like I think that just the fact that I had many things and bias related to men, my mom was like, you maybe were like, and that was more hurtful, like knowing that. But like I came out as bi, and at the moment I didn't understand as well. So be with me with this, okay? And again, when I did my sessions, all of that, they were asking me for the first 4 years that I was getting into. I always was sobbing through each session, because all the pain that I have on me was always carrying on me, just because of men, 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 men. I have such a like a gut feeling that this is not going to be longer, but like I didn't met the man that I was hoping to find. So then when I have 18, like I turned 18 at the moment, and I came back from all of that, and I decided to confront my fears to be with me, but still take charge and the legal charges. I just leave it up, and I just was like, whatever. And like I didn't find kind of hope, because for the first time I was with my brother only. My mom was working, my dad also, did all of these things to me, and like whatever. And like my dad actually supported me, but like we didn't have communication as well as much, and kind of was a little bit break for a bit. And then like after all, I was there kind of wanting to take therapy as well. And sorry, but like then when I get through therapy, actually, like as well, I was taking, because I forgive them, in the sense of like people that hurt me, that were my dad, the person who caused me this at a young age. Don't feel dirty about that, because just a little scar that I have on me. And the best part that I have about all of The best side of this story or this like experience that I'm telling you about this whole treatment is that when you overcome SA, because you might feel it's scary right now. Oh my gosh, what I've been through, what I not have, what I do have, what I cannot do. I don't love myself because I have also self-worth problems because of this, and I feel less women because I passed for that, and I feel yucky and whatever. I feel dirty basically. Is that you are no longer have fear towards that first. So at first it could also be two people that feel over sexual or like icky to sexual stuff. So when you overcome that, you feel joy and peace when you think about that. It's not like how you used to feel because of that. Because the people that are overly sexual, they feel yucky. Not at ease, not knowing the limits and all of that. And so they get through that. So it's like you accomplish the fear to jump out of the plane. You accomplish that fear, so it's so magical and beautiful. Now I talk about openly and people are like, it's scary. But it doesn't come from a place of like, I want to prove you that I'm not scared of that. I just come from like naturally speaking. I don't have taboo on that. So yeah. And the minute that I realized that I'm no longer able to tolerate some behaviors was the minute that I know that I don't like toxic behaviors. Like, I don't like toxic things related to that because I used to enjoy pain towards having a relationship or like something related, even those situationships. No, like I enjoy being hurt basically. So I let it out, I heal, and by my I don't know if you know that, but like when you like these kind of things, is because you are getting used to because in the past that you passed for like toxic things. So I find peace just when I was doing that, but like at the minute, I just want like a normal relationship, a boring one, that how you might call it, like never getting shit on, whatever. Just being with my person, getting playful a little bit, just all over that, but like just that. And as well, I was doing songs, I was in my things, but like the only change between homework, between habits, is that all of that, it allowed me to be more consistent taking therapy. If I in the past when I was had 14, I was having like one song per day or something like that. I had 5 songs now per day, something like that. Not literally, but like something like that. And like if I did a vlog for like this day, and I will cycle for like a month after when I was a teen, like at 14 or something. At the age of 20, I'm like, this day I will post this day. That's it. Check. That's it. And that was pretty much what it happened. Now I'm a little bit more flexible as well, but as well I levered up some habits that I had before. Sobbing, not reaching for help, and yeah, basically that. I'm no longer drinking what I was drinking. I was drinking Valeriana to shoot me down a little bit more when I stayed pharmacy as well, which I consider helpful. You had some problems 1 month or 2 months drinking Valeriana will help you because you can get all over with pills. You don't know sometimes. Seek a doctor, please. Seek a doctor. Okay. And so now I'm doing so much better after therapy. I live it up some fears. I no longer taking pills because my body is capable again to create oxytocin, create dopamine, create enjoyment, and like a healthy libido. The definition of having libido is when you have your sexual energy well managed. The definition of flaws of getting into sexually being overly sexual which I consider healthy as well because I'm a person who is overly, I have a high limit sometimes, mostly, but I manage well to the point where I can call it I have a good limit. That's what I clean, that's what I do. Now I'm in my season before my period, but I'm a little bit more calm. I'm a little bit more letting out my things because I'm managing well. And I'm still a little bit sleepy because it will be my period soon. So that's it. So manage in the way that you want to manage. But psychotherapy is that the first session will be sobbing tears, sobbing tears. It's not that they want to hurt you. It's just what you need, okay? If tears don't come out, it gonna be okay. It's gonna come in sometimes because I have sessions that were really hard, which I didn't cry at all, and yeah. And always be with someone that could compliment you, that could bring the vibe to you. My cat is also sleeping. My cat is sleeping, and yeah, you will also seek some change. I had my room a little bit more colorful, but it's the mood that you had. My personality as well is covered, and the best part that I have to tell you is that as a person who have histrionic behaviors, which is like for seeking attention, all of that, the beauty on this is that you can feel so much joy as well. You can feel so much hate, but once you manage well your hate, you will only feel extra joy, and you could feel extra calm. Can you believe that? Like, that was the thing that was like low key great for me. It was like, this is awesome. I can unclog all the emotions that I have. And since I saw Obsession, like many boys were like scared to that movie, and many girls as well. I learned that that's why I get into therapy because honestly, that was a behavior that I had before. I don't kill anyone as well. I don't. But like when I was obsessed or sad, I was like this girl's obsession, the movie, which was a little bit chaotic, but like yeah. Anyway, Monkyvers, I hope that my story will inspire you to long term, not the short term, because I want you to get up into the bed, not literally, but like just getting into your day and remind you peace. I always was connected to the universe since I start to develop these kind of behaviors that I accumulate over the years. And I used to have a journal that was an orange, and I start with affirmations, but not in a sense of being lame, lies to me, just being like, I'm grateful for this, and I will be grateful in the future for that kind of type of affirmation. So that's why I develop people here a little bit, I feel like, and because I attract and I was focused on good things, and I attract also good things as well as for mental health. And I let praying a little bit more because I have a teacher that was a little bit more icky to me, to LGBTQ plus people. So I was like, I'm not getting in the way. I'm gonna let up here, but I also behave in a sense of kindness with other people, the same way that I was before. So I forgive a lot, a lot. I mean, a lot. And yeah, I have female favorite artists at this time, and now it's a man, my favorite artist at the moment, which y'all also should enjoy. All of you also will learn also to enjoy that feeling of like being fan of a male artist, being fan of his songs. And I don't know why I find peace of his songs. They were really sad, but just the personality, the little something I can't even explain. But like I'm joyful whenever I'm like Yeah, I'm going to listen another song again. That helped me to release some pain as well. But like, it feels really pleasant to be like again back on track, and maybe the next year will be a female artist, my favorite artist. Who knows? And that kind of things. I have a lot of favorite artists, but like I'm focusing on one because I don't know what exactly I'm looking at. I don't know. I just knew that as well. My crush. It helped me really much to shoot me down a little bit more, being like, ease. Remain ease. But like something really funny happened to me with one of her meditations, which I purchased. It was I was doing my laundry and like I remember hearing her meditations and being like, ease, and then I was like all over my clothes when I was folding them. And I was like, ease. And oh my gosh, I got a nap. I need to change to something more energetic. This is too calming for me. I need to change something more calming. So then I changed and I was like, okay, okay. I can now be at ease. And it would be extra if I tell you that the same way that I took therapy, I also was working out. And I gradually solve myself for the room. Not because I can, because I can go in around in 2 hours straight being like, I'm going to work out hard. But that happened ovulation times. That happened ovulation. 1 hour, 2 hours, 2 hours and 30 minutes. It comes like in rounds. I will say like 3 rounds per day. And those times I go. And I'm happy about it. But there is seasons that are also like 30 minutes. Right now it's 30 minutes, 1 hour, just be more at ease. My breaks are really short, but like I learned to respect my body as well. So yeah. And find out the perfect workout. You can switch it up between yoga, between working out. It's okay, up to you. So yeah. Have a good day, Monkyvers. I hope you can enjoy this time. I also enjoy grief at these moments because it's okay. Now what? I'm enjoying my therapy time that I put a lot of effort on. I'm on detox. I follow everybody because it's not because I don't love them. It's just because I want to breathe a little bit. I just want to when you're in a leaf and you're floating, that kind of feeling I have right now. I just want to be in a leaf floating for a little bit. Then I will come back again. Yeah. Anyway, Monkyvers, I hope that you can have a good day and stream my podcast as well. It will be here on the screen. Yeah. And yeah, have a good day in general. Like, enjoy your day. You don't need drugs to be relaxed. I assure you. But you can get used to being relaxed and calm, and it's okay. Okay. And as long as you put effort into, you will also be okay. So yeah. Have a good day. I hope you can have some hope towards this. My cat is with me. I did give this scrap also. I don't know, just giving. It's pink, but like he is a man. It's a male cat. Anyway, so have a good day. Love ya. You can do the other heart with me on the screen. It's gonna be okay. Bye. Have a good day or night whenever you're watching or hearing this. So yeah. Bye.